to the draft recap of 2018 for the Dynasty League. The Dynasty League.
Today's sponsor will be Buy Drinks.
Are we getting money from them?
Yes. Well, not we.
Oh, okay.
We.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens when you're the champ. You get sponsors.
Is that why the last video had so many views?
Yes.
Is that what we're going towards?
Sponsorship.
Sponsorship. All right. Okay. Let's start with what was your overall take. Let's not get into the rule changes because I don't think anybody cares about that.
Yes. Let's not waste another 2 hours of our lives coming to a push, and then basically, well, I'm going to give my 2 cents.
All right.
Real quick.
Go ahead. That's fine.
I agreed with the general idea that, trying to fix something that is slightly broken. I don't agree with making changes just for the sake of making changes, and I feel that that's kind of what happened. That's just my 2 cents.
I would agree that changes were made just for the sake of making changes, but I think this was a rare circumstance where everybody agreed that something needed to be changed, and that's the difference there. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've never been in that situation before because usually it's a split.
Correct.
Group.
No, I thought it was great that everybody was able to say yes, there's a problem.
Yeah.
However, for some reason this group just can't say let's try and figure something out later.
That's because nobody knew the answer.
We have to do it now.
Right.
Change it now. But other than that, I thought it went pretty well.
I think we'll just have to wait and see. I'm still on the wait and see. I mean, this could have been a mistake. I don't know. We'll just have to wait.
Well, if you win, then you'll have an asterisk.
Of course I will. I'm not worried about that. That's an automatic. It wouldn't matter what the situation was. I'd get an asterisk. So.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right.
Dive right in.
How do you think the overall draft went? Were any surprises for you, or I mean, there was for me. But I mean, overall though, I mean, did it seem like this is about what I thought?
It's about what I thought. I didn't think the prospects were that spectacular.
But I mean, that's just because they weren't that spectacular. It wasn't that anybody did anything wrong, right? I mean,
No. I just felt like we already have a majority of the top 100.
Right.
I mean, and you do have some that were spread in there that were in your top 50, but overall, I was kind of surprised. I mean, if you follow stats and data, as some of us like to, the pattern for our draft now is round 1 is farm players, round 2 is major league players, and then nobody else does anything the rest of the round. And as talked about, making his 2018 debut, he's Binky. But, round 1, I'd say that my biggest surprise in round 1 was you taking Gohara in the first round. I was definitely looking at him as a round 2 pick. Bob was definitely hoping that he was going to fall to round 2.
As was Alaska Glaciers. Did you know that?
That doesn't surprise me.
How
about you?
So there was, I honestly, I apparently had him higher on my radar than most, I guess.
Well, he's a tweener. Technically, he is a farm guy, but 2 weeks he's going to have to be on your active roster regardless.
I just know that I think he's going to make the rotation out of spring. That's what I think is going to happen. If he doesn't, it's only because he got a little bit of a start late because he has a groin issue. But
either way, he's going to have to end up being on your 28-man roster, and I think that's why.
Well, as soon as he's up, yeah.
Right, and that's why some of us viewed him as more of a second-round pick. My other surprise pick was Jessen taking Joe Binky.
Jessen taking Joe
Adele.
I'm not as big on Adele as everybody else is. So.
I liked him as a potential round 2, round 3 guy. I think he has very high upside. Very surprised that he went in round 1. I mean, other than that, everybody else was a name that I expected to hear in round 1. As far as the round breakdown, there was 1 major league player drafted and 9 minor league players drafted.
Yes.
Did you think Brandon Morrow was a reach in round 1?
I'm not gonna. He's not necessarily a reach. I was surprised he went that high. And apparently there was like 3 other guys that I talked to that thought they were going to get him. So apparently, I know, that surprised me.
In round 1?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, number 7. Number 7. 5 Swords was going to take Morrow if you did not take him.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yes, he was sitting beside me, so I know that is the truth. And
There's
maybe not 3 other guys.
Yeah, there's only 2 other guys left.
Maybe it was Ben in round 2. Maybe I don't know. There was
Ben's
somebody else.
Champions was going to take a closer. Now you're making stuff up.
No, I don't know. Somebody did.
It wasn't going to be Alaska Glaciers either. I could have seen Team Jobu.
Maybe Jessen. Do you think maybe?
Pine Tree Lane.
Well, that Pine Tree Lane doesn't mean anything because that's not a real name anymore.
Correct. We're still waiting on that.
Yeah.
As far as who that's going
but
to
no,
be.
I mean I don't know. I think people mentioned that they thought he would fall to them. That's all I can tell you. I don't remember who it was. There's too much going on. But no, I didn't think it was a reach. That could blow up if the Cubs actually go out and sign Holland, because that is a thing that could happen.
It could.
But no, I don't think it's a reach. I mean, he's really the only true closer that that for a good team that you're going to get.
Right.
I mean, not that matters because bad closers need closers too.
Right, and as I talked to Globo Gym and Alaska Glaciers after the draft, aside from Joe Adell, I pretty much got every prospect I was shooting for. So I wasn't. It didn't matter to me that I took an actual major league player in round 1.
It's weird because the way these things work out. I mean, I know me personally. I got all the guys I wanted. I really did. So, I mean, people have different needs and wants, and a lot of times, if you can get your guy if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, unless you're talking like the very first round, I mean.
Did you want to dive into anything else? I liked Odorizzi in round 2.
Yeah.
For a better team, pitching for a better team.
Yeah.
He does go to a hitter's ballpark as opposed to a pitcher's ballpark.
But a lot of bad offenses.
Correct, and I think that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I also had Kevin Kiermaier targeted on my list that Team Jobu took.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't like him as much now as I'm reading that he could be the 2-hitter instead of the leadoff hitter, so I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Right. No, I really didn't like Dexter Fowler from you. I figured that's some guy you could just get anytime you wanted.
Interesting.
I don't think anybody else would have even
really
wanted him.
Like I said, even though Globo Gym showed me a different thing, I've read reports that Dexter Fowler is going to be leading off.
Well, here's what the original plan was for Carpenter to hit third.
Right.
But if Carpenter's going to have back issues, I don't know if you're paying attention to what that's going on there.
Okay.
If he doesn't get his crap together, I could see Fowler being the guy who gets dropped down to 3.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that that's a big deal, I guess.
Right.
Because it's not like it's a bad spot. I hate the lineup so much.
I know you're not a fan of the Cardinals lineup.
I'm not.
You and I are on different sides of the fence on that, but. Okay, so you're me. Who do you pick up instead? You think I should have taken Kiermaier there in the Tampa Bay offense?
Well, it depends what your needs are. What were your needs? You had to have an outfielder? Is that what you're saying?
It has to be an outfielder.
Had to be an outfielder? I don't know. But I'd still think I would rather have Kiermaier than Fowler at this point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do we agree that the shock of the draft was Chris Davis?
Yeah. Now, I don't. Again, I know you don't get all of Ben's Champions texts.
Correct. It's made my life a lot easier, but continue.
He actually mentioned that the Chris Davis move was just like highest ranked first baseman, didn't even think about it.
Gotcha.
So that's why that happened, but that was a terrible pick, I think.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a guy you could have anytime you wanted. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So why waste a pick if you can get him in a week in a free agent draft or free agent list?
Well, I'm going to play the same thing that you play. I'm going to go down to Bear Basher's pick at number 9, getting your third baseman. Yeah. I think he could have got him at any point in the draft. I don't think anybody wanted him.
I can tell you that Globo Gym was definitely interested in him. He said that he was eyeing him up, so I don't know what that meant.
He wouldn't fit his roster. I was actually thought you were going to take Barnes in that spot. The catcher. He went to pick after.
I'm confused on the Dodger situation there.
Gotcha.
I don't get it because Barnes was clearly their dude at the end of the year last year. But then they changed it into a platoon now. Like they've said, it's a straight platoon. Grandal gets the righties, Barnes gets the lefties. And
Interesting. So I mean that pick makes sense for Alaska Glaciers then. So he has the Dodger catcher no matter what.
yeah, oh yeah, no, that's a great pick for him. And I actually asked him about it before it happened, and maybe he got nervous because he's like, oh, other people are eyeing him up, so I'm going to take him now.
With breaking news of a trade offer of
This is
Jose
exciting.
Altuve and Clayton Kershaw for Jose Abreu
And your firstborn.
and George Springer,
George
which
Springer.
I in 3 seconds rejected.
Wow. What are the rankings in that?
It's the number 3 and number 12 for like the 23rd and whatever his other guy.
35th or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's not even close. Like
Uh,
now, in his defense for Team Joe Boo, I did offer him Altuve for Springer and Abreu, and that was his counter. It just doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
All right, so back to this.
yeah.
You also wanted to talk about Hanley.
I did not like Hanley. I know that there are some people that think that he's going to be good just because it's a free agent year and he's going to be motivated and all this. But I don't know. Haven't you heard this before with him?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I think Malik Smith is not going to be on your roster after April.
Really?
Yeah,
Why is that?
you'll see.
No,
No, I don't want to tell you now because then you'll just drop him now.
No. Yeah, he's going to get more playing time than he realizes. Denard Span's going to DH because Denard Span can't play the outfield anymore. So Malik Smith is going to be an everyday player. The only thing I can think of is to say that you could be correct is if Billy Hamilton has a better year than I'm anticipating, because I don't think he's going to have a great year. He's there for one reason.
Okay.
But I mean, if he's getting on and stealing more bases, and I don't need him, that would be something that I do. But I know the way my platoon works. I don't really want to have Billy Hamilton playing every day. So I'd like another stolen base option if Billy Hamilton is not in that lineup.
So you are planning on winning stolen bases like 9-2 every week.
Well, no, but there'll be some weeks where these guys don't get on base, and by Thursday or Friday,
You're right. There are
I gotta make
some
sure
weeks.
I get the wins. So
Okay.
yeah. I was actually very surprised about Ben's Champions Drury pick. I did not see that coming, and I never would have even anticipated it.
You're going backwards now to round 2?
Sorry, yeah, maybe I missed it. Sorry, round 2 to Drury.
Okay.
Did that not surprise you?
I knew he was going to drop him anyways.
Oh, real wow. Okay. Well, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense for his roster.
That's why it surprised me. I didn't get it.
I'll be honest with the rest of the draft. Cam Bedrosian, Brad Ziegler, Steven Souza.
Well, I
Um,
did get someone who actually has a closer job.
Currently, yes.
Right. I mean,
So it's a short-term need. Luke
Yeah.
Gregerson's the same thing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the most interesting pick was. So let's go back to your guy,
I couldn't get him.
Ben's Champions.
Yeah.
Who did he drop him for?
He dropped Kemp. On,
He picked up Jordan Montgomery, who I liked. That was actually going to be my pick in round 5. Was Jordan Montgomery? He took him at the end of round 4, and he dropped Matt Kemp.
Yeah. And I was clamoring, trying to figure out how to get Kemp back on my team, and it didn't matter because it didn't get around to me.
5 other people still passed on him.
Yep. I believe he's going to win the left field job for the Dodgers. I don't think he can play every day. Let's start with that.
Right.
But I think he's at least going to get the opportunity to. He's having a really good
It's
spring.
definitely an interesting name, and for an offense like Zips, who does sometimes need. Although I think Zips' lineup this year is more thump heavy than it normally is.
That I would agree with that.
So it's interesting. Again, interesting pickup. And then you had Luke Gregerson, Matt Chapman. To me, that fits Globo Gym's team very well. Lots of home runs.
I guess I don't know.
Horrible batting average.
It's funny how many people were in on him because weren't you interested in him?
Slightly.
But see, I don't understand why guys want home
He's
run
young,
guys
'cause
who
he's
hit.
young.
Yeah, but they hit 7th or 8th in the lineup. Who cares? You're you hit 25 home runs with 62 RBIs. Big fat hairy deal. I don't like that.
He's a 30 homer guy. He's not a 25 homer guy. He's in the 30s.
So you're saying everybody for Oakland's going to hit 30 home runs?
Yes.
Okay.
They're all going to be solo shots, but. And then after Luke Gregerson, it's Brandon Drury again because he dropped him and picked him back up.
Yeah.
Do you want to give some personal inside info on your Zach Collins pickup?
No, I misread something. I had to hurry up and get somebody. So
you had to hurry up and get somebody. Was the draft clock running out on you?
No.
Also going to be a hot topic next year. There's no reason for 49 picks. The draft lasted.
I don't know. What time did it actually start, though? You know what I mean? Take the rule changes out of the equation.
The draft still lasted over an hour for 49 picks.
Well, that's one a minute. That's not terrible.
For picks that were actually made, you realize there were 100 picks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Well.
Ridiculous. The rest of the draft went Sean Manaea. Jimmy Nelson was a hot topic for you at the draft.
Oh, yeah.
You're not happy about Jimmy Nelson, so go ahead.
No, that was another thing. It's funny. I'm actually just happy that other people took them and I didn't have to make the tough decisions of trying to add Matt Kemp or Jimmy Nelson, because I definitely would have had to if it went around to me. I don't quite understand the drops, either one. I mean, Jimmy Nelson had 196 strikeouts last year. You can't get around that. That's freaking nuts. I don't understand why you would ever drop someone who has 196
so
strikeouts.
You're just calling this probably the worst move of the draft, was dropping Jimmy Nelson?
Yes.
Even though he's hurt?
Yes, because he's going to come back. He's going to be good on a good team. Mm-hmm. The Brewers literally could make a, you know what I mean? I mean, they're a wild card contending team. I mean, yes, they have no pitching other than him, I guess, but they're going to score a ton of runs. So even for that, quality starts, wins,
God, quality starts. Here we go.
Just saying, I don't understand. You put him on your DL and stash him, and you've expanded the DL spot to 5. So It's not like it's going to hurt you. It's not like you're going to get roster locked because you got Jimmy Nelson on the DL all year. I don't get it. But there's still a couple of free agents out there that I could not believe didn't get drafted.
Like?
I don't know if I want to say it because then they're going to get drafted.
Like who?
Five Swords is going to pick them up tomorrow once I say it.
Like who?
Okay, fine.
It's the same guys that are out there.
All right, Five Swords right now, you got a pinky swear. Right here. Did you get it? Pinky swear.
Are you just talking about overall ranking or because of the position they play?
No, it's a pitcher. Who's
Hold on. There is a pitcher that I want to pick up, so maybe you shouldn't say it.
It's probably the same guy.
In the AL East?
No, it's NL Central.
Mine's in the AL East.
Really?
Yeah.
The AL East pitcher? That's surprising. I mean, unless it's Sabathia.
Yes.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree. No,
cat's out of the bag. Thanks.
I told Ben's Champions. I said I would rather have Sabathia than Montgomery because you know what you're going to get.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct. I like Montgomery long term, possibly.
Yeah, but in a quality start league, the guy with the rubber arm who's going to go out there and pitch all the time.
I need a DL spot to come up.
Oh.
I need the Indians to put Salazar in the DL.
Oh.
And your guy in the NL Central is. Let's see if I can figure it out real quick.
Someone else is going to pick him up as soon as they see this video, but because I don't know if people aren't realizing.
Luckily, you don't post it right away. So
do you? Anyway, I should wait and then pick him up first.
NL Central.
No, I'm not gonna. I can't do that. Yeah.
For the Cubs.
Yeah.
Tyler Chatwood.
Why are you laughing at that? Have you ever seen his splits? You realize he had a 6.04 ERA at Coors last year?
Correct.
And still managed a decent ERA for the... Okay, 4.69 is not a decent ERA, but it's not.
Right now, because you want them, the stats.
Yep.
Home and away stats. He is 601 at home and 349 on the road with a 1.23 whip.
But look at the hits to innings. What does that say there? Look on the road. 77 innings and only 55 hits allowed. That's pretty amazing. His,
That is pretty good.
His numbers say he is going to be really, really good. But just
He
couldn't
pitched
figure it out.
one time at Wrigley Field, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run.
Right, and that's against a good Cub offense. A lot of times he'll be pitching for the Cubs.
Where is he
against bad
pitching in the
offenses.
rotation? He's also hurt right now, which is also part of the reason. why
No, he's not. Everybody's
Strained right calf.
No, everybody's hurt on the Yahoo thing.
Strained
They
right
list
calf.
everybody is hurt from every injury from last year. He's fine. I would say he's probably the number 4 guy. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was also a guy that I had on my list.
I don't believe you after the look of Tyler Chatwood.
Well, no, I mean he was on my list, but I'm not like looking at the free agent list and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe Tyler Chatwood's still out there. I'm actually surprised that who was it? Nobody picked up J. Happ.
Nobody's a believer in JA.
353, 1.3, 14 quality starts, only 227 total bases allowed. I just thought I'd throw that new stat out there.
How many starts did he have? Does it say? That doesn't really tell you.
I can tell you how many innings, but I can't tell you how many starts.
How many innings did he have?
He had 145.
That's pretty good for 145. It's not bad.
Well, considering,
I mean, he's not giving up a lot of bombs.
yeah,
I mean, really, if you're 145 innings and 160 some bases.
and 14 quality starts.
But see, that number doesn't seem good. So it depends on how you look at it. I don't know.
Who knows about these
I
new
don't
pitching
know.
stats?
Who
I just know
knows?
that's more points for me to get.
We'll see.
Other than that, the rest of the draft was pretty much. That's how I felt about it.
Really?
Any significant trades? There were 4 trades. Actually, you surprised that Team Question Mark
Yeah.
gave up Miguel Franco so soon?
No.
So you think he's done? Franco?
No. I don't think he's done, but it doesn't surprise me that he would have his patience would have wore thin with him. Does that make sense?
Well, with the emergence of this guy named Alex Bregman now, I guess I could see how he becomes expendable.
Yeah. And I don't know. Where do you think Franco's going to hit in that lineup? He's going to have to hit low in the lineup, and that changes everything, doesn't it?
Let me think real quick.
Or do you think he'll bat 6th, like behind Santana?
He's going to be 5th or 6th.
I mean, Santana will be on base a lot, so maybe he. I don't know. I don't love Franco. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Ben's champions because it really doesn't matter if your name is,
Brandon Drury.
if you have home run potential, you're on Ben's champions. So it doesn't really surprise. The trade itself surprised me. But I don't think there was any blockbusters. I mean, just a blockbuster that was walked out of from the handshake.
I don't even want to touch that. I think that's disgraceful.
Disgraceful.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
When you have someone who tells you that his word is his word, by the way. That's one of his famous quotes. My word is my word. No, your word isn't your word, dude. Your word is your word when you want it to be your word.
I'm not gonna rail on it because maybe there could have been more.
You're not going to rail on a guy who's backed out of trades twice now.
First of all,
Twice.
the first one that was backed out of is a little bit different.
I showed you the screenshot that said send the email. What else do I need to say? Send me the email.
It's through text though. Like sometimes you might say, "Would you do player A for player B?"
That's
And then
different.
you say yes, and
Right.
then you're like, "Well, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to do this."
Correct. No, I agree. I have said that.
You know what I mean?
Have I ever said to you though, okay, send me the email, and then I said no, I'm not doing the trade?
No.
All right,
I would
then.
say no.
Correct. And so would everybody else that I've ever dealt with.
But anyway, we're off topic here. The
Yes.
handshake agreement, though, I feel like
And when we say handshake agreement, it's not a figure of speech.
they really had a handshake.
Physically shook
I saw the
hands.
handshake. But perhaps Team Jobu wasn't in on it either, and he has been very quiet and very mum about the whole situation. So I feel as if he didn't really want to do it either. So that's why I'm not really going to rail on Ben's Champions about this, because it seems like it's a mutual decision that they just don't want to do the trade now. I mean, I can say for sure that there was a certain amount of alcoholic beverage in Team Jobu. So
Excuses.
just saying. So maybe he had sober remorse, if you will. How do you like that? Sounds like a band. Do you want to go see Sober Remorse this
No,
weekend?
I do not. I don't want to go anywhere with you. Because you'll take a picture of us together and put it on Facebook. So I'm definitely not doing that.
I would never do that. Actually, that'd look really good, though. I probably should do that. All right.
Would you like to talk about? There's been 2 transactions in the league so far.
Oh, I didn't even know what they are. Go ahead. Let's talk about them.
Okay, the first one.
All
Okay,
right.
this is he has not seen these, correct?
I have
These
not-
are all natural.
Not seen them.
I won't even tell you who it is. You can figure it out.
I can?
Player dropped. Gerardo Parra.
Okay.
Player picked up. Shin So Chu.
See, that bothers me because I feel like the whole room talked him into that. He didn't even know he was a free agent. Oh, well.
So is that a good pickup?
Yeah, it is. His splits were really strange last year. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He hit 287 against lefties and then like
Yeah, not good.
249 or something. I know those aren't exactly right, Global Jim. You don't have to send me a message
Right.
about it later.
But as Globo Jim did
It's
send
close.
you in his player A, player B comparison, who was he compared to? Shin So Chu and somebody really good. They had the exact same stats.
Yeah, because it's someone I don't like. So I was like, it didn't surprise me. I forget who it was though. I don't remember.
He does so many player A, player
I
B
can't
comparisons. It's hard to keep
remember.
track.
But yeah. Since Suchu is.
So is that a good pickup for Team Joe Bill?
It's okay.
Okay.
He could fall off the face of the earth because he's like 36.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, whenever you get into that age bracket,
Right.
sometimes you don't know. So,
And the second transaction,
yeah.
player dropped is Dexter Fowler,
Oh, did you drop him? See, I didn't even know that. All right.
and the player picked up was Tyler Chatwood.
Are you serious? You're not serious. That's not what happened. Because you would have said something earlier. Who was it really?
CC Sabathia.
Oh, so you did already do the move.
No, I just did it while we were doing this.
Okay. So you did pick up Sabathia.
I did pick up Sabathia.
Okay. All right. But yeah, to me that was a given because you're going to get a lot of wins, right?
You'd think.
You would think. As long as
Although people were still picking the Red Sox.
Mm-mm. I'm actually picking the Red Sox.
Well, I'd hope so.
No, you know about the
Humidor, yes, but that's not happening in New York.
No, you know about the basically the strategy change for Boston this year. Have you heard about it?
No,
They're going to run a lot.
that's not good for JD.
Well,
Run
Dave-
with who?
Dave Martinez is the new manager. Right?
Run with
It is
who?
Dave Martinez, right? I haven't. He's the guy. Is their new
No,
manager?
it's
Who is it?
Cora.
It's Cora. That's right. Alex Cora is their manager. Well, who's Dave Martinez is the manager of somebody, right?
He is a manager of somebody.
I'm not sure who that is. I gotta look that up. But anyway, Alex Cora then said that he wants to have the first team with 4 guys of 2020.
So who does he think? Look,
But you can figure it out.
so Bogarts,
Yep.
Betts,
Yep.
Benintendi,
Yep.
not Devers,
No.
JBJ.
I don't think he did 20 home runs, but maybe. I don't even know. He didn't actually say who the 4
There's a
guys-
guy that I don't really want to talk about, but since you brought it up, I will, since we have to do this. There was a guy who was on my radar for draft day.
Really?
If you go back to 2 years ago, he actually had
Mhm.
monster stats.
I know, and I feel like that's why I'm actually really in on Boston, because I feel like there's a lot of guys who had down years last year, and they're going to regroup this year. I think everybody was trying too hard to replace Poppy, and if they just do their own thing, they'll be pretty good.
Tyler Chatwood looked great again in his second Cactus League start, limiting the Reds to just 1 walk
You're-
over 2 scoreless
You're
innings.
making this worse than I even wanted to. Yeah, you're sitting here.
Chatwood struck out 1 in the contest. This was a Reds lineup that was packed with regulars, including Billy Hamilton, Joey Votto, Suarez, Scooter Gennett, which makes Chatwood's easy afternoon even more impressive. He's an intriguing fantasy commodity now that he's away from Coors Field. By the way, he's thrown 3 innings in spring training so far.
Well, isn't that what everybody has kind of done?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Just saying. I mean, are you going to be like Kim Jobu trying to figure out who the guy is who threw 200 innings in the minors or what?
No, I'm trying to figure out how to add Tyler Chatwood.
Oh, okay. See? This guy acts like I don't know what I'm talking about, and then as soon as I talk about someone and he actually does the research, he's like, oh man.
No, I'm just going to pick him up so then when he sucks, I'll have a reminder that this is how bad you are with your actual information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find room to add him right now, so he's still out there.
It doesn't matter. He's going to be on 5 swords probably by the end of the video. So.
Well, speaking of that too, real quick. I know we're going to get hammered for this because we're not very enthusiastic this video, but very disappointed that we couldn't do the scheduling thing.
No, I was too. I thought that was it was a fun process.
It was.
But yeah, that was.
So for those of you that aren't aware, we did the scheduling draft. I changed weeks 1, 2, 3, and 10, 11, 12, and then 19, 20, 21. But Yahoo then did not adjust the other weeks to balance it out. So because I changed those 9 weeks, there were situations where you were playing Globo Gym 6 times, or you were playing Team Jobu 0 for the entire season. Like I don't understand why it didn't. So essentially, I would have had to have done a schedule for all 21 weeks. Now, I am in favor of doing that if we want to do that, but that means we need to come up with a template for the schedule.
Well, there kind of was a template. You just didn't want to manually enter them all in, correct?
No.
Because we already knew who we were going to play. I mean, you could have physically done it. You just didn't want to go in every week and do it. So what do you mean you need a template now? It was already set. You had done a draft. Everybody said who they wanted to play. It was all set for you.
Correct.
You just didn't want to.
No, I did that. If you were just listening to me 10 seconds ago, I did that on the website.
Yeah, but you didn't want to go in every single week and do it.
I don't think I should have to.
I'm not saying you have to.
Right.
But I don't know. What is a template going to
Well, I'm saying we set up a formula then for who you should actually be playing then weeks 4 through 9.
Oh, so that would work is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You just need a template for that, and then a template through the other weeks that are in between.
Well,
because otherwise, I don't want to be accused of playing. You know, we get close to the All-Star break, and I set up a matchup against someone I know. Blah 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 blah. Or, I don't know how that would work, but it might not even matter. But something to think about. But I really don't want to do 21 weeks. I'll be honest with you.
No,
I had to do it for football, and I didn't like it then, and I don't want to do more weeks in baseball.
Football's 14 weeks, so this would even be more of a pain.
Correct.
I think, though, that a lot of teams are still playing their rivals 3 times. I did notice that.
Yes, when I did the random, you did still get 5 swords 3 times.
Week 1, so 5 swords, come bring it. Let's go.
It did. I don't know why you're yelling.
I'm yelling. 5 swords going down week 1 with the new and improved numbers of, because what did you say? There's going to be like... Because of the new categories, we're going to have higher scores.
There's going to be higher scoring, and there's going to be more lopsided scoring.
So we're the NBA now, is what we are.
Yes. Yes. Anything else you'd like to recap from the day of the draft?
No, I thought it was fun. You seemed like you're really down on it, like you didn't have that much fun, but I thought it was a fun day.
It's all right. Like I said, I just wish the rules thing didn't take an hour and a half.
No. I don't know how we could have done it any other way. I just hope that it works out and it doesn't skew it too much. It is funny though, because I feel like these categories are definitely going to play a big role in our preseason rankings. At least mine.
Okay.
Not yours? You don't think it matters much?
I'm not going to do that much research on quality starts and total bases. Just to have it skew a pitching staff. You can look at somebody's pitching staff and know if he's got good pitchers or not. Bench Champion's pitching staff is awful.
What? What are you talking about?
Team Jobu's pitching staff is awful. I don't need the stats to look at them to say that they're awful.
Yeah, he dropped his best pitcher. Not really.
No.
Arrieta is his best pitcher.
Correct.
assuming he actually has a place that he pitches.
It's true. It should be interesting with some of these guys that haven't signed yet. What's going to happen? But
yeah. So I guess our next video will have the actual. Should we actually send out like a text to everybody and have them give their preseason rankings, and then we can have a cumulative.
That's normally what you do. I don't know why you didn't do it.
I did it one time last year, and it became some sort of thing that I do every year. That's not. I did it one time. What do you please? What's happening? The cat was doing sign language.
Pinky.
Please.
That's what he does.
Yeah. Anyway.
He's definitely the star of the show today.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
He's coming back for more. So yeah, what we'll do is that I'll send out a text to everybody, except can you take care of Bob and Zips and Pine Tree Lane Grove.
To do what?
Taco Chopper, whatever his name's going to be.
For their preseason rankings?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Because those are really the only.
Why don't you just do an email?
Because they'll never respond to an email.
Okay.
Emails are
outdated now?
They kind of are. Don't you agree? I mean, I feel like most emails just don't get responded to. You don't agree with that?
Yeah.
Kind of.
For the most part.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
I will make one other thing. Kudos to Zips. Best prizes he's had yet for the meeting, I'd say by far.
Yeah. I couldn't believe he actually found things that had Team Joe Boo's Godfather on them.
I just hope that actually is Team Joe Boo's Godfather and he wasn't just trying to be a dick. Jerk.
Well, he's always talked about him. I mean, probably it's some story that's not true that was just passed on to him. You know what I mean? Because he wouldn't know the difference.
And you don't have to get up.
Oh, okay.
Team Joe Boo cried for how many years now?
3, 4.
It can't be that long. For 2 whole years about this, and here it is.
Yeah. That's because he was too intoxicated to actually get it.
So I have it again.
It does. Has it again. So very exciting.
Are you excited for the season?
Yes. I'm very excited for the season. I'm very excited about the new schedule format for Major League Baseball. Everybody plays on the first day of the season. Did you know that?
Yes.
So everybody plays on a Thursday, and then they'll go through the weekend. Now I know they're going to have some weird off days in there because of weather and all that. But no, I like that idea. So I guess that means the first week will probably be a week and a half, right?
Yes.
So there you go. There's a lot going on in that.
Lots of
first week.
scoring, lots of points, lots of quality starts.
Lots of total bases allowed.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of those.
Lots.
A lot of those.
I hope Globo Jim's happy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if Globo Jim is happy. I'm not sure. But all right. So then we will be back probably. What do you want to do? Like the week before, maybe?
Yeah, because we'll wait for transactions to play out.
Yeah. Doing anything now would gotta be.
Or trades that will or won't happen, or handshakes that will be shooken on, and then
shooken on.
Shooken on. Shake and bake.
What, like Ricky Bobby?
Yeah.
I think that'll be at least 2 weeks from now. Because right now today's the 5th, right?
Sure.
So then that would be the 19th. We could go to the 26th maybe. Could wait right before the season starts.
Today's the 6th.
Today's the 6th. So that would go to the 27th. When does the season? The season starts right around then, doesn't it? Because it actually starts in March.
Oh, yes.
It does.
Because you have Easter weekend and stuff.
Yeah. So that might be it. Might be the 27th. We'll maybe put that video up. It'll come up like right away.
Preseason rankings. And make sure you guys fill out this stuff because then we can at least talk about it in the video. We can say, this is mine. I have, 5 swords ranked number 12, right? And we could say as 12.
12.
No, you have them ranked number 12.
Ranked number 12.
If you're going to say number, you have to say a number. You can't say number 12.
Number 12th. 12th.
Number 12.
Number 12. And
even though we only have 10 teams.
That was the joke. I don't know if you understood that.
He's talking more trash on you.
No.
5 swords.
No, but then I can be like, I can have him number 12, and as a unit, everybody has him ranked as number 9. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So you can go back and forth on that, right?
So you don't really need me if you're just going to use everybody else's and your own.
No, yours would be too. I'd be like, the commish has.
I am number 1. That's all that matters. It's the only one I need to fill out.
I don't even think you're ranking yourself number 1. I really.
Why wouldn't I?
Are you? Would you?
I'm the best.
I don't think he will,
I'm the
because
best.
I think that he does not. He's even down on his team a little bit this year. Yeah,
Maybe.
he is. He is. He's seeing the holes. He's seeing the cracks. The cracks. All right. What? Why are you shooting yourself? That was very morbid. Say bye.